Welcome to our Flutter Embedded tutorial. In this series, we are working on a basic serial communications Flutter app using the Raspberry Pi. Our goal is a basic Flutter app using serial communications via the Raspberry Pi UART and another computer system. In this part of the series, we will cover the following. First, we will create our project and refactor the main.dart file. Then create a screens folder followed by a UartScreen Dart file. Then we can stub out our StatefulWidget class for the user interface. With the UartScreen class created, we can refactor the main.dart file. The last thing we will do is install the Dart periphery package. Let's get started by creating our Flutter project. We will also clean up our main.dart file before moving on. On your Raspberry Pi development system, open Visual Studio Code and make full screen. Go to View and select Command Palette. In the Command Palette, select Flutter New Project and Accept. After a short delay, select Application and Accept. Select the folder to create the Flutter project in. You can name your project anything you like. Dart file name syntax is all lowercase with an underscore to separate words. In our example, I used UART as the project name. On my Raspberry Pi Model 4B with 8 GB of RAM and a solid-state hard drive, it takes a little over 1 minute before the project is set up. I'll cut out the wait and return when the project is built. Now that the project has been built, we can delete the theme comments and the title. This is an optional step and you can leave the title and comments if you like. I'm going to collapse the following code to make it easier to delete. We can delete this code since we will not use it for our tutorial. Make sure you delete all of the code as shown, to avoid strange errors later on. We'll fix the home screen error after we complete the coding of our new UartScreen Dart file. Next, let's create the screens folder and the UartScreen file. Hover over the lib folder. Right-click to get the menu shown. Click on New Folder and name it Screens. Dart syntax is to use all lowercase for folder names. Hover over the Screens folder. Create a new Dart file called UART_screen.dart. Be sure to add the .dart to avoid strange errors. Unlike Android Studio, Visual Studio Code does not have a Create New Dart file option. Now we'll code the UartScreen StatefulWidget. This Flutter widget allows data to change externally as well as local data changes. Open the UartScreen Dart file. From the main.dart file, copy this line of code and then paste it here. In lowercase, type STF and wait for the Visual Studio Code autofill feature menu. Select StatefulWidget. Give the class the name UartScreen and notice that Visual Studio Code autocorrects to the Dart syntax. It is convention, in the Dart language, for the class name to be the same as the file name. You can see that Visual Studio Code is autocorrecting to this convention. Open up the main.dart file. Change the home class name to UartScreen as shown. In this case, VS Code Auto inserted the class as shown. If an error persists, hover over the error, use the VS Code Quick Fix, and import the UartScreen class. Shout out to the team who developed the Dart periphery package. This allows us to interface our Flutter app with the onboard hardware used on our single-board computer. In order to use this, we need to add it to our pubspec.yaml file. Let's add the Dart periphery package to our app. Open up a terminal session as shown and clear the screen. To add the package, type in the data as shown. Pause the video if you need more time and then continue. After hitting enter, on my Raspberry Pi it took about a minute for the package to load and the project to update. I will cut out the wait time, and come back in when the processes are done. Clear the terminal and then open the pubspec.yaml file. After the file is open, scroll to the section shown and you should see that the Dart periphery package has been installed. This wraps up the building blocks needed for the next parts of the series. In the next tutorials, we will code the UART service class, code the UartScreen, and then test the serial Flutter app on a Raspberry Pi with an external Linux computer. Thanks for watching. Please send me your comments, smash the like button, and subscribe for more content. See you in the next tutorial.